All right, we are live. We're going to be starting the auction in a few moments, but I wanted to put this up here in advance so people can write this down. I want to give the information, which of course I will repeat a couple of times throughout the auction. So this way, if people are joining in later, they can be able to understand what they need to do. My name is Chris, this is We Love Comics, and all of the books that I am going to be putting in auction, I have a total of 14 books. 6 of them are ungraded. The rest of the 14 are all graded comics. Every one of them is a key book. I don't do any common books. I don't do the comic book runs where, you're throwing in a bunch of, non-key books to get 1 or 2 books. Everything I sell is key. So if you write this down, payments can be either by Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, or cash if you live locally in the Florida West Coast around the Tampa area. You'll get 10% off the price if you pay by cash. If you use Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal via friends and family, I will throw in a comic book for free. Shipping, the sales are only going to be at this time domestic. So if you live in the continental U.S., obviously that will also count Hawaii and Alaska. I'll pay any difference of the shipping. But the shipping cost, if you get 1 to 4 comics ungraded, they're $16.99. 5 to anything over 5 comics, it's $21.99. If you get graded books, it is $24.99 for 1, and then 5 or more, it's $29.99. So I'll make sure I combine shipping. So if you buy multiple orders, the way it's going to work is there is going to be increments. It's going to be increments of $2. I'm going to set the base price of the auction. Bidding must take place in $2 increments up to $99. Then it will be $5 increments from $100 to $499. $10 increments from $500 to $999, and $25 increments for $1,000 and up. And there are some books that are worth more than $1,000 here, so there's going to be some cheaper ones as well. But like I said, these are all going to be key books. If you are bidding and it ends up a price that you cannot get to, if you please can put in that you're folding to make it easier and quicker. And also, if you're not watching this live, somebody may have bid and did not pay, or an auction did not sell. If you see something, contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com and contact me about a book. And if it's something that either somebody didn't bid on or somebody didn't pay, you can contact me and we can go from there. If I decide I'm going to still sell it, you never know. So we're going to start with the books now. Ungraded books, I'm going to give you a range of grade. Keep in mind, I am not a professional grader. I'm going to do the best I can with the books. If you are not comfortable buying ungraded books, I completely understand, but please do not bid, because if I say something's a 9 and it comes back an 8.5 or something, it's buyer discretion. So please keep that in mind, but I'm going to try and do my best to point out any kind of problems with the book and give my best guesstimate. But I cannot guarantee a grade if it is ungraded. So again, if you're not comfortable with buying a raw comic, please just don't bid. I completely understand. All right, so here we go. So when you're ready, you're going to go into the live section here, into the top chat, and you are going to place your bid if it is something you want. Now, because there is a delay sometimes, I'm going to give people a couple of seconds before we end a bid. But make sure when you do the bid, you also write the name of the comic. You don't have to spell it out. But if, for example, if I'm selling an Amazing Spider-Man 300 and the bidding is at $300, just write 300 ASM. So this way we know you're bidding on that particular comic, because I've had it in the past where somebody thought they were bidding on something because they had a delay. So make sure you're in the top chat, so this way it will come out first. And then we go from there. So I'll make sure I go over this as we go. So make sure you write those down for as far as payments are concerned. And then let's get this started. All right, so let me put on the video camera. We're going to start with the Raw books, and then we're going to go from there. I got my We Love Comics t-shirt. It's funny, somebody actually asked me to sell t-shirts on my on my YouTube channel. I sold one, and then that was it. So I kept the remaining like 3 or 4 that I had. I didn't order a lot, but it is what it is. So welcome everybody, and I want to thank the one person so far that hit the like button. And let's get with the first comic. All right, this obviously is going to be a book that is going to be hot. I've had this. I'm the original owner of this book. I will say it has around a 9.2 to 9.6 potential. There is one little tiny corner ding, but other than that, I don't see anything wrong with it. White pages. The back of the book is completely white. You could potentially get a 9.8 with this, because sometimes they allow a little tiny ding, but I'm just mentioning that right off the bat. So the first comic, and we're going to start this with a low bid with the Moon Knight TV show coming out. This is Moon Knight #1. This is from late 80s. So this isn't his first #1 comic, but definitely a book that people will be interested in. I am so looking forward to the TV show. Let's hope it's good. But like I said, I'm going to show right here. You probably won't be able to see it. It's so small. But there is a very tiny little corner ding right there. So that could prevent it from getting a 9.8. You may still get a 9.8, but I cannot guarantee that. So I'm going to say between 9.4 and 9.6 with a potential 9.8, and I'll leave it at that. But I'm only going to start the bidding at $25 for this book. Other than that, you can see the corners are completely pointed. The back is completely white. The pages are white. So this was from my original collection. So if you're interested in this book, you just write $25 to start, and then $2 increments if somebody wants to outbid the person. And then we will go from there, and just write Moon Knight. Or you could just write MK. MK1 is fine. You can abbreviate. So I'll give it a couple of seconds. This will be the least valuable book of all the books that I'm going to be selling. I figured I wanted to start with one that is potentially going to have, the ability to go up in price, but not something. I'm not going to start out with like $1,000 book. Give everybody an opportunity to buy a book at a cheaper price, but they will get better from here on out. So first one, Moon Knight #1. This is high grade. I will not guarantee a 9.8, but the bidding on this starts at $25. And like I said, worst comes to worst. If something does not sell, you can always contact me after. Okay, so we have our first bidder at $25. So it's $2 increments. So obviously we're going to give it at least a minute or two. And if somebody else has a bid, we go until one person folds. So this will be $25 plus shipping. But Andrew, you said you'd meet me in person, so you don't even have to worry about shipping. So, Moon Knight #1. This is, I believe, around 1987-ish. But with the TV show, this is definitely something worthy of getting. So, Joey says the first Bushmaster. That I cannot confirm in this book. I'm not sure. But if it is definitely worth getting. How many of you guys are actually looking forward to the TV show? It actually looks like it's going to be good. So it looks like they're not going to go, cartoonish with it. They're definitely going a very serious route, so I'm happy about that. All right, so we'll give it about another minute. If somebody wants to join in and place a bid, the bid would have to be 27 to continue. Otherwise, Andrew's going to get a very good price on this comic. Like I said, and you could check on eBay. All the prices that I list will be under what I saw the cheapest ones being sold for. So you will definitely get some good deals here. So Moon Knight #1, high grade. Like I said, this is from my own personal collection. $25 bid has been made. Yeah, I agree, PH Comics. I am definitely looking forward to it. They never come fast enough. But hopefully it will be worth the wait. And I have a feeling that if this does well, as far as the TV show, he'll be in a movie. So, yeah, that's what I thought, Nicole. But that's okay. Still, #1 Moon Knight, definitely, if you can't afford his first appearance, which even a 0.5 at this point, you're talking multiple hundreds of dollars. These are the kind of books to go after, and you're spending cheaper prices. And hey, if a $25 book goes to $50, you double your money. Hey there, Siri, still running at Flea Market. Been a while since I plugged in. Yeah, I don't have the Flea Market, unfortunately, due to the events of the world. The Flea Market closed down. That's what she said. All right, this is the last chance on this one. Otherwise, it's going to Andrew. So 25, well, actually the bid would have to be 27 if you're interested in a high grade with white pages, by the way. Moon Knight #1. I'm saying between 9.2 and 9.6 just to be extra cautious. There is, like I said, you probably cannot see it, but there is a tiny little ding in the corner, or it could be one of those little white extensions that you could still get a 9.8 with, but I will not guarantee a 9.8 with an ungraded book, so this way somebody doesn't get disappointed. All right, so going once, going twice. All right, so the listing is closed on that one, so let me again put the payments while I'm writing down the information. Give me a second. Okay, so that one has sold to Andrew Jensen. Congratulations. Contact me on peacefulfeelings.com to let me know. Once the auction's done, you don't have to do it every time. I think you said you're going to pay cash because you're going to meet me in person. But if anybody wants to write this information down, these are the payments that I will accept. And let's get on to the next auction. So congratulations on that one. All right, next up. This is absolutely, to me, a no-brainer comic to own. This one, there is a small color rub on the back. Very minuscule on this book. Otherwise, it would have been a 9.8. So again, I'm going to say 9.2 to 9.6 just to be careful. But this is a key book to get, and I'm definitely going to price it accordingly, starting with, this is a no-brainer book at this point. This is Thor God of Thunder issue #2, which is the first appearance of Goro the God Butcher, which has been obviously confirmed in the new Thor movie. So this is absolutely a book. This is a first print. Absolutely a book worth getting. I'm going to start the bidding on this book for only $95. So again, it has a tiny little color rub on the back. Could that be dry cleaned? I doubt. But because of that, this will not be a 9.8. If somebody wants me to take it out to show, I'll be more than happy to do that. I just really want to be careful so nothing gets damaged taking it out of the bag and board. But the Thor movie, Thor Love and Thunder, is going to be, I believe, the next movie coming out after Doctor Strange. So this is definitely a key book to get. Again, in high grade, of course, white pages when it comes to newer books. So the auction bid starts at only $95. I think this is also the first appearance of the Necromancer or the Necro Sword. I forget the name of it. but absolutely a book worthy of adding to your collection. And again, this is a book that's only going to get more expensive when the movie comes out. So I'm not selling books where the prices are going to go down. So remember, one of the advice I give people when it comes to collecting, never base an investment on where it is or where it was. Base it on where it's going. So what I would ask anybody with this book is, when the movie comes out, do you think the price, well, especially when they start doing trailers, do you think the price is going to go down or go up for the first appearance of the major villain in the movie? So we'll give it a minute or two if you need to look it up on eBay or anything like that. But this is a starting bid of only $95 plus shipping, of course. Unless, of course, you live near the Tampa, Florida area and you want to pay cash, which, by the way, like I said, if you pay cash, you get 10% off of the total price. And if you use the PayPal, friends and family, the Cash App, or the Venmo, I'll throw in a free comic. So if this doesn't place a bid, I'll be more than happy to keep this and let it go up in value. So we'll give it about another minute. But again, this is Thor God of Thunder, issue number 2, which, as you can see, he is on the cover right there. First, Goro, the God Butcher, which, of course, is the main villain in the Thor Love and Thunder. So again, very small color rub on the back of the book. So it's most likely not going to be a 9.8. But still, for the price I am selling this for, once the movie comes out, especially if the villain isn't a one and done, because obviously we know where this character and other events from this character go through, so we'll see where it goes. But last chance on this one, otherwise we'll put this on the side. And again, if no one bids on a book and you're watching this not live, you can always contact me if you're interested in the book, and we'll go from there. All right, so Thor number 2, God of Thunder, going once, going twice, and no sale for that one. So we'll put that over to the side. If somebody asks for it later on, we can always go from there. So let's get to the next one. All right, next one. The only reason I'm even selling this is because I have... did the auction just get started? Yes. So far, I've only shown 2 books. One sold, one did not sell. So we're on the 3rd book right now, so it just got started. Comic Probe, you're writing price for what? For the one I just showed? I'll put it up again for people that are just coming in. So this is the 2nd book. This is Thor, God of Thunder. The bidding starts at $95 plus shipping. It is between, I'm just saying between 9.2 to 9.6 to be safe, because I don't want anybody to have, you know, a specific grade of an ungraded book and it ends up not being it and they get disappointed. So I'm doing a specific range. So if you're interested in that, the bidding starts at 95, but no one bid on it, so we're going to move to the next one, the 3rd book. Okay, so here we go. This one, like I said, I have several copies of this, so I don't mind selling one of them. This is roughly, it looks like, about between a 4.0 to a 5.0 range. It could use a dry cleaning, because there is a little bit of, along the white, there's a little bit of dirt, so that could be picked up. But overall, looks pretty good for the age of this book. This, of course, right here, we got Special Marvel Edition 15, Master of Kung Fu, which, of course, is the first appearance of Shang-Chi, which is not done. They're going to be making another movie, and the rumors are he is going to be a part of the new Avengers team. So this is his first appearance. Let me see. Like I said, there's a little bit of some mild dirt. Probably you can't even see it. I'll take this one out because this is a more expensive book. The bidding on this starts at only $295. So there is a little bit Like I said, it's hard to see, but a little bit of dirt. So a dry cleaning could absolutely help this book. There is a color breaking crease at the top corner. You can see a little bit of the foxing right there. Not anything major, but the book and the staples are complete. It has off-white to about off-white pages. So I am saying between a 4 and a 5 for this book. It could be higher, it could be lower. I cannot guarantee an ungraded book. But as you can see, coupon, everything is intact. It is a complete book, well centered, and some of the stuff can be cleaned. So this is starting at only $295. First appearance of Shang-Chi. If you're interested in that, place your bid. Slight spine roll. No. It's one of those. It doesn't have a spine roll. It's kind of like one of those off-centered ones. That happens in manufacturing errors because, yeah, a pressing could help that, but no, it's not a spine roll. So as you can see, I'll put a closer image. So there's definitely no spine roll. This is completely flat. And again, I'll show the back so you could see it a little better. So you can see the staples are where they're supposed to be. It's just an off-centered cut. Which happens, that doesn't affect the grade at all. Because you can have a 9.8 with this angled. Or a higher grade. Because that's a manufacturing thing. So there is no spine roll on this book. I like to try and be conservative with my grades. I would, like, if you watch when I grade my books, I tend to like to grade them a little bit lower because it's always more fun to find out that a book is higher than what you thought. But obviously, I'm not going to guarantee that. All books I always recommend get pressed and dry cleaned. So if you're looking for the first appearance of Shang-Chi, start bid $295. Like I said, I have several copies of this book, so I do not mind selling one to somebody else who may not have one. So we'll give it a minute. Let yourself look it up on eBay so you can see the price that I am selling this for is definitely more than fair. Yeah. All these are going to be pretty much major keys going from here on out. So I'll give it a minute. But $295 is a very good price for this book, especially when you're talking mid-grade. Go look on eBay what these are selling for. And again, do not base your collection investments on where prices are. It's where they're going. He's going to have another movie. He's going to be, as far as the rumors are concerned, part of the Avengers. Of course, until something happens, it cannot be guaranteed. But this was definitely not a one-and-done character. So these books are only going to get more expensive. So one of the things I like about the fact that the flea market closed is a lot of books I could have sold for a lot cheaper back when the flea market was open. The books that I have, they most part keep going up in price. So if this doesn't sell, I'll be more than happy to keep it and watch the price go up even higher. So last chance, if you want to place a bid, starting bid on this one is $295. Again, this is mid-grade. I'm saying about between a 4.0 and a 5.0. First appearance of Shang-Chi. Going once. Going twice. Alright, so no sale on that one. That's perfectly fine. Alright, so let me just mark this down. Alright, next up. This is definitely a key issue that most people do not have. It's a rarer book, so it's going to be something absolutely worth getting, in my opinion. So we got, this is Moon Knight. This is Marvel Spotlight number 29. But this is the 30-cent price variant. This is a much rarer book. Now, it has some pressable defects. It has a non-color break increase, a couple of non-color break increases on the back. So like little folds or little wrinkles, but they do not break color, so they will press out. And there is a little bit of a light yellow stain about the size of a nickel on the back. I'll take it out to show you. Obviously, you're probably not going to be able to see. The starting bid on this is only $450. So right here, you probably won't be able to see it, but there is like a little bit of a non-color breaking crease there. It's right here, so it could be pressed out. It's not going to pick it up, which I mean is a good sign. But let me see. The stain only goes on the back. It's going to be probably again hard to see because it's so light. I'm trying to get an angle, but it's right there, and it's so light that you could barely see it. But it's about the size, a little bit smaller than the size of a nickel. But other than that, I would say this is, after a pressing, I would say this is about between a 6.5 and a 7.5 with white pages. Well, off-white to white pages, I think, would be more realistic. All the coupons are intact. Staples are intact. Go look this one up. This is much rarer than the regular 25-cent variant. So the bidding on this starts at only $450. And if you're a Moon Knight fan, and especially of the TV show, and I can pretty much, as close to guarantee as you can get, unless the show absolutely bombs, his character is going to end up in the Marvel Universe eventually. So, again, this is another book I'll be more than happy to hold on to. There are maybe 2 or 3 16th of an inch color breaks along the spine. Lays flat. Staples are silver in color, so no rusted staples. The bottom corner is a little bit blunted, as you can see. But this is absolutely a must-have book because of the rarity of the fact that this is the 30-cent variant. So this is Marvel Spotlight number 29. 30-cent variant, starting at only $450. So if you're interested in this book, place your bid, and we'll give it a minute. And like I said, I encourage people, go look up on eBay what these books are selling for. And like I said, after pressing and dry cleaning, I said it's most likely going to be in the 7 range. So I'm going to stick with that because I would rather be a little bit lower and it maybe come back higher. But this is definitely a book to own. All right, so give it a little bit more for people to place a bid. If not, somebody that watches this and it's not live, if you're interested, you can always contact me. Or again, like I said, I'll just hold on to it and let the price continue to go up. So last chance on this book, Marvel Spotlight number 29, 30-cent variant. Has a couple of pressable defects. And as you saw when I showed the back, like I said, that stain is so minuscule. Even trying to reflect it in the light, it would not show up. So it's not anything that's going to give it a 2.0 grade bump, grade lowering or anything. All right, so last chance on this one. Going once, going twice. I'm actually surprised about that one, but that's quite all right. No sale on that. All right, next up is definitely I would say a Grail at this point, or at least a Mega Key. Absolutely worth getting. Again, this is a book I have at least like 8 to 10 copies of, so I do not mind selling one of the lower grade copies. But this, I would say between a 3.5 and a 4.5 range. The bidding on this is starting at $695. This is a must-own if you do not have it. This, of course, is Fantastic Four number 49, which is the second appearance of Silver Surfer, first full appearance of Galactus, first time they are on the cover. Absolutely a must-have book. It does have a few little color-breaking creases along the spine, but again, as you could see, I'll go slow. And there's a little bit of a color loss. See right there, a little bit. It's not the cover's missing on that corner. It's just a little bit of the color rubbed off right there. But as you could see, there's no major crease to the point where you could, especially with a cover that's all black. So we'll take this one out. The bidding starts at only $695. Go look at what the prices are for this book. It does have a little bit of minor amount of dirt along the edge, but as you could see, there's no major problems with the spine. Dry cleaning could help that. You could see a little bit of a ruffling of the top, which happens in these older books, but especially for the grade. Again, we have creamed off-white pages, possibly off-white pages. Coupons are intact. Staples are attached at the centerfold and on the front of the cover. So, again, I'll be more than happy because, you know, Fantastic Four, Galactus, and Silver Surfer, they're all going to end up in the MCU. So I'll be more than happy to keep this if people do not want to bid. So if you think for the $695 is expensive for this book now, wait until wait until the movies start coming out. Yeah, and LOL 025 says starts at only 700 watt. Yeah, I sell my comics cheaper than what you can get them on eBay because I got these years ago, so I'm going to make some profit. So I want to make it so it's a little bit more affordable to get them with me and guarantee that you'll get them. You don't have to worry about an eBay scammer or somebody who will mail a comic in a manila envelope. These will be packaged quite protected. Unless, of course, you meet me in person, then you really don't have to worry about that. But like I said, this is a no-brainer book. Again, when the movies start coming out, this will probably be about a $1,500 book starting, or even higher. But go look this up. Fantastic Four number 49. This is definitely a book to get, and I'm selling it cheaper than you can get it on eBay. So if nobody bids, and if no one's bidding on books like this, then I guess pretty much the rest of them probably are not going to sell at all. And I'll make $25, but hey, $25 is better than no bucks. Again, the grade, I'm going to say conservatively between a 3.5 and a 4.5. Because, like I said, there's a couple, maybe 5 or 6 minor color break increases along the spine, which absolutely would fit in that grade. The only major damage, if you want to call it major, is that corner. So this is definitely a book that even if you look up a 3.0, how much this is going for, I am selling these reasonable. I just want to be careful with how I grade them because I don't want somebody to be disappointed. So as you could see, there's no problems with the cover at all. So again, I'm saying about in my opinion, between the 3.5 and 4.5 range. Again, I cannot guarantee a grade, but if you see when I grade my books every month when I send them the PGX, I tend to be pretty accurate. So again, I'll do a close-up on the spine so you can see there's no major tears or anything like that. So I really think between a 3.5 and a 4.5 is definitely not out of the realm of possibility. So if you want to place a bid, the bid starts at $695 plus shipping. So if you want to place a bid, you could put more if you want to try and keep anybody else from bidding. The wrinkling is not on the comic. It's on the bag so you can see. So there is no wrinkling. Here, just to show, I'll take it out of the bag once again. Because especially in a book from the 60s with a black cover, so you can see there's no wrinkling. It's still, as you can see, it's still got its gloss. And then the back of the book, you can see there are no tears. So I am definitely pretty fairly confident with the grade I am giving this book. You can see there are no rips. There's no writing on the coupons. Again, all the advertisements or everything are there. There's no loose pages. The staples are silver. No rust on the staples. So, again, this is a book. If nobody bids on this, I'll be more than happy to sell it for 3 times the price in another 2 years or so. So, like I said, the only reason I'm even selling this for the price that I'm selling it as is I have, like I said, probably at least 8 to 10 copies. So, I'm going to give a last chance on this. Go look it up on eBay. Going once. Okay, so we do have a bidder. All right, so Captain Kirk, starting bid is $695, so I'm sure he looked up on eBay and saw what the prices are going for. Okay, so we got $699 for... It's actually, once you get over 100, it's $5 increments. Okay, so we have a little bit of a bidding war. It goes in $5 increments at this point, or if you want to hit the nail on the head and try and slam a price that you don't think anybody will outdo, you can go for the jugular. But we're going to go, since there are at least 2 people, we'll go until one folds. So the increments are $5 increments. And like I say, I encourage people to go look this book up on eBay. And this book is not going to get cheaper. This book is going to get more and more expensive because they don't even have any information on who's playing the characters, let alone a teaser trailer or the time the movies are coming out. So this book 3 times over is going to increase in value. Once, when the Fantastic Four gets announced. Second, when they announce Galactus. And third, when they announce the Silver Surfer. So, if you don't own this book by now, this book is going to be unobtainium in the next 3 to 4 years. So, the bidding currently is $720 by Captain Kirk. So, Jesua, you can go to $725 or you can fold. Okay, so Jesua goes to $750. And like I say, and I'll do some close-ups, this is not a perfect book, but as you can see, for the price and for the grade range I'm saying I believe it to be, between a 3.5 and a 4.5. And again, those wrinkles are not on the book. That's the bag. You can see the corners for a book that has black. This is definitely a very reasonable book to get. And one, if you don't get it by now, it's going to get more and more expensive as the years go on. As we get closer to a Fantastic Four movie, especially if there is a Fantastic Four character in Doctor Strange. I don't believe there will be, but you never know. But like I said, even if it's not, it's inevitable. So right now we have Jesua at $750. Captain Kirk comes back at $755. So again, anybody can join in, but we'll go until one of the 2 folds. And like I say, I encourage people, go on eBay. Don't look at what's being listed. Look at what's being sold. And you'll see, even at that price, you are going to be very happy with owning this book. And guaranteed to come to you with proper packaging. So you don't have to worry about some envelope being sent to you. You ever have somebody send you a comic in one of these? Even if I sent it in this, there would be cardboard all over the place, but it will not happen. Comic book flipping, again, I cannot guarantee the grade, but I am saying between a 3.5 and a 4.5 for this book. You get a 4.0 or a 4.5 on this book, I mean, even at the 3.5, you're still going to be incredibly happy, because remember, like I say all the time, when you invest, do not base it on where the price was, because it's irrelevant if you could have bought this book 5 years ago. Don't worry about what the price is now. Think to yourself, these characters are not in the MCU yet. when they are, you know what happens to prices. So I'm selling books that are going to continue to go up. So you will probably not, this book will probably be $700 in a 1.0 in the next few years. Yeah. So I'm saying, I'm giving a range between 3.5 and 4.5. I don't want to give an exact because I cannot guarantee that because I am not a professional grader. So Jeshua is at 760. And again, those wrinkles are on the bag. That is not the comic. There is no rolled spine. As you could see, it's completely flat. Yeah, I can show the centerfold. Paper quality, again, like I said, about cream to off-white. But I'll show. I want to be very careful with this book. Coupons are intact, no writing. And here is the centerfold. As you can see, pages are intact. Not one tear on this book. I really think with the pressing and dry cleaning, you're going to be very happy. So, in my opinion, between a 3.5 and a 4.5 is definitely not out of the realm of possibility for this comic. And again, this book is going to be triple this price in the next 3 to 4 years. I'm not selling it because I have to. I'm selling it because I have a couple of copies. Like I bought a couple of these years ago. So right now, Captain Kirk is at 800. And again, look it up. Even at 800, you will see that that is a really good price for this book. Not where it is, but where it's going as well. Again, keep that in mind. So we will go until one of the two says fold. And if anybody else wants to join in, it's $5 increments. If it gets to 1,000, then it's $25 increments. So right now we're at 800. And then we'll wait for Jesua to even either make a bid or just say fold. So if it gets to a point where the price is just too much for you, that's okay. Just let us know by hitting the fold button. Well, the fold button. Just typing in fold. So this way we'll have our winner. And again, this is a book that is a definite mega key. This is the first full appearance of Galactus. Second appearance of Silver Surfer. First time they are on the cover together. And definitely a book worthy of owning. So again, my estimate between a 3.5 and a 4.5 for this book. Centerfold staples are intact. The spine is completely flat. There's some minor, color breaks, which will absolutely qualify for the grades that I am talking about. But this is a must-own book because it's only going to get more expensive. So, Jesua, if you could let me know if you're folding or you'd like to make another bid. Comic Probe says, I hope Captain Kirk gets it so we can see the CGC boxing in a few months. Well, if you're sending it to CGC, it'll probably take about 8 or 9 months, but that's okay. Well, I want to be fair, Comic Probe. Sometimes people have a delay, so we'll give it another minute, and Jeshua will let me know if he's going to fold or make another bid. Captain Kirk, say I was being kind when I said maybe about 7 or 8 months. And Captain Kirk says it'll be a year, but I'll do it. But just think how much more valuable the book will be by the time you get it back. It wouldn't be a shock for it to get a 5.0. Yeah, that's what I mean. But that's why I'd like to be very conservative with this book and give a lower grade. Like, if you watch my channel and you see every month when I do my estimates for grades, I tend to have them lower when I estimate because, number one, you never know what pressings and dry cleanings can do to upgrade a book. But if I'm going to be wrong, I'd rather be wrong and it be higher than be wrong and be lower. So we have a new bidder in. Well, Gary, the bid right now is at $8.50. So actually, it's now $10 increments. So it would be $8.60, Gary, if you want to go in. Geek says Putin will be invading the moon by the time you get it back. Well, good thing you don't live on the moon. All right, so Gary is at 875, so we have a new bidder. Like I say, and I encourage people, please go on eBay. See the prices of these books. You can see, even at the current bids right now, you are going to be very happy when the Fantastic Four, when Galactus and Silver Surfer end up on the screen. You are going to be very happy you bought this book. Captain Kirk says 900 and I'll show the grade off in 2023. He's being very optimistic that he's going to get it back in that time. Yeah, CGC has taken... I'm amazed. I'm watching a lot of unboxing videos lately, and people are saying it takes about a year without paying for the quote-unquote faster service, which then only takes 6 or 7 months. So that's another reason why I like sending them to PGX, because I'll get my books back within 30 days. And with this book, it really doesn't matter, because actually, like I said, if it takes you a year to send this to get graded, by the time it came back, it would probably be worth double what it was when you first sent it in. So it's actually a blessing in disguise if you think about it in that aspect. But right now, we have Captain Kirk at 900. So Gary and Jeshua, you can either go to 910, you can go straight to 1,000 and try and think you can, defeat somebody with a power punch. Or if you think it's too much and you want to fold, then please just write fold. There is no shame, because I do not want anybody to be unhappy with the purchase. So we got Gary at 920. So we'll keep going until 2 people fold, unless somebody else wants to join in. Again, of course, I'm suggesting the grade between a 3.5 and a 4.5. Would I be shocked if it came back a 5.0? No. But I'm not going to guarantee that, because I'd rather be on the low end. So this way, if you want to pay, which I suggest, pay for pressings. And make sure you go to a reputable presser, because I've seen people sending their books to pressers and the book came back worse. So make sure if you're getting your book pressed and dry cleaned, make sure it's somebody who knows what they're doing. That you really want to be careful about. Another thing I like about the PGX is they have in-house pressings and dry cleanings, and not once in the 4 years that I've been doing this with them has any pressing ever been ruined, any comic ever been ruined by a pressing. Knock on wood. So we got Gary Hahn right now at 920. We got Captain Kirk. Okay, so Jeshua folds. Thank you for letting us know. So it will be between Gary and Captain Kirk. And by the way, in a year from now or 2, when you get the book back and it comes back graded, send me the link to the video. I will favor it and post it on my channel, as long as we all remember at that time and we're still alive at that point. So this way you might get a couple of extra views, and I'd be curious to see. I would be thrilled if this book came back for you at a 5.0. That would make my day. I wouldn't regret it at all. Because like I said, I have 8 to 10 copies of this book. So I'm going to do well with these regardless of what I sell them for. Obviously, if I sold them for $1, I'd be crying. But you know what I mean. So if this came back a 5.0, please let me know. I will be very happy for you. And I'm sure you will be very happy for you. But again, I'm suggesting, in my opinion, between a 3.5 and a 4.5. So, Jay Sales says, how's it going? It's going pretty good. So far, we have 1 sold book, and we have this one continuing to go on. The current bidding for Fantastic Four number 49 is currently at $940 plus shipping. So, we will go, Gary will either fold, or he will place another bid, or somebody else can join in. Again, I suggest people look up this book on eBay, and just in case if you're tuning in, I've taken the book out of the bag. These wrinkles are on the bag. It is not on the comic itself. The only big defect, again, if you want to call it big, is right there in the corner. There's a little bit of color. But again, there's a few little color breaks here and there, but again, there's nothing where you see anything that disturbs the cover. So this thing is not bad at all for the price that it's currently being bidded on. And again, this book is only going to continue to go up because of the fact you have 3 different things going for this book. You have Galactus, you have Silver Surfer, and you have Fantastic Four. All 3 should be coming to the MCU at a certain point within the next probably 5 years, I would say, probably less. So this is a book you want to sit on and hold and watch the dollar value of this book continue to go up. This book, even at a 3.0, within 5 years, would probably be about a $1,400 to $1,500 book, if not higher. Okay, so Gary is folded. So we're going to give it 1 minute for anybody else that might want to join in last second. Gary said, have other books I'm going after. And there will be books that are even more grailish than this one. So from here on out, the books are only going to get, again, once we get to the graded books, it's going to start down and then go up again. But you'll see what the minimum, the lowest graded book, as far as what kind of key it is, you'll see coming up shortly. So we're going to give it another 30 seconds. Right now, the current leader is Captain Kirk, who is going to get this sent to CGC, and we'll have it back by 2025. And he is going to post the video online. Gary says he paid $6.75 for his raw copy that came back in 8.0. Oh, you definitely got it before the price hikes went up, so nice job on that. I think the highest graded book I have of this in my own, as far as graded books, is a 5.0. But like I said, I still have at least 4 more of these ungraded that I have yet to send in, because I don't want to do every month the same books. So last chance if you would like to bid. Current bid right now is $940 plus shipping for Fantastic Four number 49. Again, I'm saying, in my humble opinion, grade between a 3.5 and a 4.5. No grades are guaranteed, but like I said, I give full disclosure. Be more than happy, like I did, to show books, answer questions. So last chance, going once, going twice. Oh, wait, let me just read this. Captain Kirk says I'm going to pay the express. It'll be 18 months. There you go. All right, so Captain Kirk, you will have the opportunity for that book. Congratulations. Let me just put the information here while I write down your information on this book. I will really look forward to the grade it comes back as. So please, when you get it back, send me the link. And that is, where is it? Captain Kirk Productions. And if you pay by Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal Friends and Family, I'll throw in an extra book for free. So you don't have to do that, but that is an option. So congratulations on that one. That is a great book. And we're going to continue with some great books. Next up, this is a restored book. So that may be a turnoff for some people. But when you see what book it is, for the price I am going to sell this for, I encourage you to look up restored sold books of this book. And you will see I am selling it for hundreds of dollars less than what you would get it on eBay. So it's a book that if you cannot afford an unrestored book, this may be the next best opportunity. But again, I am starting the bidding about $400 less than what the lowest restored comic version of this sold. Now, the full disclosure is the entire cover was reglossed. So somebody put gloss on the cover. I am grading this, again, about a 3.5. I'm going to say about between a 3 and a 4. Because it does have a color break increase along, split down. But as you can see, Fantastic Four number 48. This is the first appearance of Galactus in a cameo. First appearance of Silver Surfer. Johnny, I will ship to Canada, but the prices will be a little bit higher to ship it. So if you're interested, because, sending to Europe is going to be crazy at this point, but Canada will still be in the realm of possibility. Contact me if you bid, and I'll see what kind of price I can get for you. So this, again, cover's been reglossed. It has a subscription crease along the spine. It does have some more noticeable color breaks, but not anything to where it's majorly a problem. So again, I'm going to say about a 3.0 to a 4.0 range. And I'll show you the color. So you can see the line right there. It goes all the way down. That's called subscription crease. Back in the days before these books got valuable, kids would collect them, and then they would fold them and put them in their back pocket. If I remember well, the regloss is not restoration for CDC. Even better. Okay. So I don't know if that's 100% true. If somebody wants to confirm that, they can. But then if that's the case, this is going to be even more of a steal. So No Grade to Low Grade says, if I remember well, the regloss is not restoration for CGC. I cannot confirm that, so you will have to check that yourself. But I am starting the bidding on this comic at only $995. Go look up what a restored comic has sold for. Over $1,200 to $1,400. And I think one of them was a 1.5 restored book. So I am giving this comic away. And if that holds true, that a regloss is not considered restoration with CGC, this book is going to be way undervalued. But again, I cannot confirm that. So I am selling it as if it was restored, but the cover has been reglossed. So when I bought this knowing that. So the bidding starts at only $995. If you're looking for Galactus and looking for Silver Surfer, this is the key. If you see this book unrestored at a 1.0, you're going to be spending more than what I'm listing this as. But as you see, I like to give full disclosure. So again, it does have the subscription crease, does break color, so you cannot fix that. It does have some color break creases along the spine, but everything else is intact. I'll show you the back. Again, go look up sold restored comics, and you will see I am selling this for way lower. As you can see, no writing on the coupon. Look how white this is. No rips. No tears. The only thing is, the things I mentioned, there is a little tear there on the back, so my bad, I didn't see it. But again, for the grade that I'm suggesting, not out of the realm of possibility. It does have off-white to white pages. Staples are intact. Let me show the centerfold. Staples are silver, so there's no rusting of the staples. And as you can see, coupons are intact. You can see the color of the page. Off-white to white pages. Just so you see I'm not hiding anything. So centerfold is intact. Again, the only thing is, and I said it's considered restored, but somebody said regloss is not considered restoration. But again, I cannot confirm that. If somebody wants to confirm that, this book is going to be worth even more. But again, I encourage people to look this book up with the sold books of restored books, like trimming and things like that. And you will see, even in lower grades, selling for more than what I'm starting this price as. So again, this is another book that if it does not sell, I will be more than happy to hold on to it and keep watching the value of this book appreciate higher and higher. Because eventually, when books get too expensive, that's when people start buying coverless copies and restored copies, because sometimes that's the only thing you can afford to own it. So like I always say on my channel, low grade is better than no grade. And depending on what you pay for a book, or because I know where this book is headed, I didn't mind. Because like I said, I knew it was reglossed. So it was an honest eBay seller. Go figure. So bidding on this starts at only $995 plus shipping. Again, if you live in Canada, I'll be more than happy to ship it there, but the prices will be a little bit higher. But we'll cross that bridge when we jump off it. So take your time, look this up on eBay. Like I said, I am not one of those auction sites that tries to pull any fast ones. I'm not suggesting there are any out there, but you know how people are on eBay. So I encourage you to look these up so you can see. Somebody might say, oh, $995 for a glossed book. That's expensive. Wait until you see the restored books, what they've sold for on eBay. And again, these books haven't even come to picking actors for who's going to portray them. So this is the key book. And this is going to be cheaper than probably a 0.5 unrestored. And is going to continue to go up. So, like it took about 2 or 3 minutes for somebody to bid on the Fantastic Four number 49, I'm going to give this a minute or two and let people look it up and see that this is absolutely worth it for the price that I am listing it as. Off-white to white pages. All staples are intact. The staples are silver in color. The back, as I showed, was white with that little bit of that tear on the back. But again, for the grade that I'm suggesting. Let's see. Okay, so no grade to low grade says, sorry, regloss is grade restoration. That's okay. That's originally how I was selling it anyway. So that's perfectly fine. It would have been a bonus if that was the case, but I was selling it already at a price for a restored book. So this is a restored book, like I said from the beginning. Go look up how much restored books are being sold for. Obviously, it's better than not having a book at all, because a unrestored book is probably going to be double the price. So, again, this book is going to continue to have value. So if it does not sell, I will be more than happy to keep this book. The starting bidding on this book is only $995 plus shipping. So if anybody looks on eBay, post in the comment section the grade and how much it sold for, and you'll see that I'm listing this, like I said, roughly between a 2.5 and a 3.5, I'm going to say the grade is. All right, and No Grade said, I saw a re-laminated cover with universal grade, so I think this is a matter of the grader. Well, I think what you can do is you can get a 0.5 and they'll give you a blue label. They have done that before. So I cannot guarantee that is the case. But I have seen, like, if something's missing in a book, you can get an automatic 0.5 and they'll still give you a blue label. So go look at what a 0.5 blue label of this book sells for, and you'll see that my price is right up there. So this is higher than a 0.5, but I think if you do want the blue label, they will give you it, but it would have to be an automatic 0.5. Or you can have the higher grade with the restoration. But they didn't alter this book except for putting lamination on the cover. So there's no trim pages, there's no missing pages, no married pages. At least as far as what I was told. But as you saw, all the staples were intact. No rusty staples. They are silver. So that's in good condition. You do have, as you could see, the subscription crease that does break color. There are some color breaks along the spine, multiple color breaks. But as you could see, nothing that destroys the cover. So we're going to give it another minute. And if nobody bids, I'll be more than happy to keep this book. But of course, like I said, this is Fantastic Four number 8. Number 48. Which is the first appearance of Silver Surfer, full appearance, and the first cameo appearance of Galactus. Most people prefer the 49 cover because, I mean, you're talking about a person basically with a dress on, but I guess these days that's acceptable. So we'll give it another 30 seconds. If nobody bids, we'll move on to the next book, and we will start with the graded books, so you will not have to worry about what the grades could or could not be, because they will have already have been graded. So last chance, look it up on eBay. And again, if nobody bids and you see what the value is of this book and you cannot afford a regular blue label copy, this is the next best thing, because like you've seen in my past, I have books that are even coverless. I own a Fantastic Four #1. I have 2 copies. One of them is a coverless copy. For the price I paid for it, to me it was a no-brainer knowing where it was going. So again, remember, base the value of your collection, if you're doing it for investment purposes, not on where the price is, but where the price is going. All right, so this is the last chance. $995 for a bid of Fantastic Four #48. Restored comic with gloss added to the cover. Going once. Going twice. All right, so no sale. I'll be more than happy to keep that book. That is quite all right with me. And if you're watching this and it is not live, you can always contact me and we can always go from there. All right, so now we're going into grading books. So, of course, this way you will not have to worry about the what I think the grade can be or what you think the grade can be. So this will be the quote-unquote worst book of the bunch. So we're starting out with Batman Adventures 12, which is the first appearance of Harley Quinn. This was graded a 9.2 with white pages. It does have the grader's notes on the back, where the only thing is it's got multiple stress lines along the spine, which can happen with these books. So, starting bid for this is only $695. So if you'd like to be the proud owner of a Batman Adventures 12, first appearance of Harley Quinn, already graded 9.2 with white pages, the bidding will start at $695 plus shipping. So if you're interested in that, again, you can go look up what the prices are going for in that grade, and you will see I am selling it for cheaper. Jacob, I do not know about any second appearances that I have here. I tend to sell first appearances because that's pretty much what people want. But if I can find something that I would think about selling, I absolutely will let you know. The only problem with second appearances is, yeah, they're going to be cheaper to buy, but they're also going to be cheaper, to try and sell. So always keep that in mind. As they say with any investment, you get what you pay for. So when you're spending less on a second appearance, there's usually a reason for that because most people don't want it. But if I find anything, I'll let you know, but not in this auction. Everything's a first appearance. So again, look this up. Batman Adventures 12, first appearance of Harley Quinn. I have a couple of copies of this, so I do not mind selling one. It's a 9.2 with white pages. Bidding starts at only $695 plus shipping. And we'll give this a minute. And if nobody bids, we'll go on to the next comic. But definitely this is another one of those key comic first appearances for the modern age. There's not many. But this is definitely a book to add to your collection. Yeah, Jacob, no problem. If I find any, I'll definitely let you know. For the most part, I collected first appearances, so I don't know if I even have any second appearances, other than maybe like the second appearance of Deadpool or something. But I'm sure everybody has that, and that book's still probably maybe a $25 book. But I'll see if I can come up with something, and if I do, I'll let you know. I'll make a video about it. All right, so another 30 seconds. Again, I encourage people, go on eBay. Go check what the prices are of these books, and you'll see that I am selling it for what I base my starting bid lower than what the lowest sold auction was. So So I'm not basing it on what people are listing. I'm basing it on the lowest price of what was sold for that grade, and I put the price even lower. So if you look it up, you'll see that this is being offered for less than what the lowest price was on eBay. So we'll give it another few seconds, and then we'll move on to the next if we have no bidder. And again, if nobody bids on a book, you can always contact me after the auction is over. I mean, it could be a week later, and if no one contacted me, it would still technically be for sale unless I change my mind. All right, so last chance. Going once. Going twice. All right, so we'll move on to the next comic. Okay. Oh, show close-up of spine? Sure. Okay. Yeah, the spine, like, the stress lines that they're talking about is all along the edge. I did not even see any when I sent this in to get graded. So it's like the very edge, which is to be expected with books, because if you handle a book or it rubs against the bag, that can happen. But you can see none of the spine, any of the stress lines are on the cover at all. It's all along the very edge. So I'll do a slow one so you can see. I actually thought this would be higher than what it came back as, because, you know, you cannot see, it's very hard to see stress lines along the edge when you're grading a book. So this is a 9.2 with white pages. Starting bid is only $695. So absolutely a well presented book. So if you want to check again on eBay, and I'll show the back spine, so again you could see that you will not be able to. Yeah, and if they're not color breaking, you can press and improve the grade. So there you go. So as you can see, you do not see any color breaks. So could it come back a higher grade if you get it pressed and dry cleaned? It is not impossible, but I will not guarantee anything because you never know. Plus, it also depends on who you get it pressed with. So there you go. You could see there are no color break increases that I can even see. Let me double check. So any or of the stress lines are along the very edge. I'm going to email you about this. Close-up of the staples if possible. Look a bit sunken. The top one a little bit, but the bottom not at all. But again, for that grade, I mean, you could bump it up to a 9.4. You never know. All right, so we do have a bidder. All right, so Dominic Rockney is placed a bid at $695. So again, look it up. We'll give it another minute or two. If somebody else wants to place a bid, it would be $10 increments once it gets past 500. But this is absolutely a book that will continue to grow in value because Harley Quinn is not disappearing. You know, I mean, they tried to do that other Batman villain to replace her. I forget her name. But there's a reason that should pretty much tell you where the character's going to go if I can't even remember the name of the character. But Harley Quinn's here to stay. Like, her and Deadpool are modern-day Grill characters that one day will be, in my opinion, closer to prices of Wolverine. And if you think that's impossible, I bought one of my books that got stolen. I bought Hulk 181 in the 90s. I paid $94 for it. And it was probably a 6 to a 7.0. It got stolen, unfortunately. So back then, if somebody would have said that book would be a, $12,000 book, they would have laughed at you. So in my opinion, these books are going to go in that way, but it'll probably take at least another decade or two. Molly says, Chris, did you get that when it first came out? I wish I did. Unfortunately not. Yeah, Peter Porker says punchline. Yeah, that character's not going to go anywhere. I mean, if it does, she's never going to compare to Harley Quinn. I wish I got this when it first came out, but I did not. But somebody is about to be a proud owner, so we give another 30 seconds. The bidding is at $695 from Dominic. This has been graded 9.2. It has white pages, just so you can see. And again, I'll show the spine. It does say in the grader's notes multiple stress lines along the spine, but they do not say they break color. So, could it end up being regraded and get a higher grade? It is not out of the realm of impossibility. Yeah, I wish I got this the day it came out. But, if I would have even saw this book, I wouldn't have bought it back in the days. Not because I knew anything about it, but it's basically a kids mag comic. I would have passed it by. Because this came out in what year? 1993. I was 22 in 1993. 22-year-old isn't going to be buying a book like this for the most part. So, I would have probably passed it up anyway. But I stopped collecting from, I think, around 93. No, I think about 94, 95 I stopped collecting and did not start again until 2000 and... I think 2016 or 2015. Yeah, 2015. All that between, never even looked at another book. All right, so last chance. $695 is the current bid. Going once. Going twice. If you'd like to place a bid, this is your last chance. Otherwise, Dominic is going to get a really good price. Auction is now closed. We do have a winner. So let me put the information that you can make your payment with. So congratulations on that one. You're going to be very happy with that book. Okay, so let me just write down your name. $695. Dominic Rockney. So congratulations on that one. Definitely, you'll be very happy with that. The shipping and handling is, for a graded book, is $21.99. So please include that to the price. But of course, wait until you do multiple orders. If you want to get multiple books, I will combine shipping. Actually, you don't even have to wait. If you buy a second book, it'll be free shipping, so it won't be anything on it. Yeah, and Emerald says that was a $1,000 book. Congratulations. Yeah, like I said, I sell my books for cheaper than what you can get them on eBay. So if somebody sees a book and sees it's expensive, wait until they see what these books are selling for. What days do you ship out? Pretty much, once payment has been confirmed, I could ship it out within 24 to 48 hours minimum. It depends, there might be a hurricane or something here in Florida, so if that happens, it's going to take a day. But it will not be more than 3 days max after payment. I usually send out my books within 24 to 48 hours, and they will be shipped securely. So I'll make sure, once you contact me, you can always message me on my email address, which is peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And I will definitely keep you notified and send you a picture of the tracking number, so you'll be able to. And by the way, I do send everything priority mail with a tracking number. All right, so next up, this is definitely a book worth having. If you don't have this book in your collection, it is one I highly recommend. And this, of course, is Amazing Spider-Man number 300. But This is the newsstand variant. Go look up what a 6.0 of this book is at a newsstand variant. So this is the first full Venom. The bidding starts at only $895. Go look this book up. You will see that the starting price, you're very, very be happy with, by the way, white pages. So this is a Amazing Spider-Man 300 first full Venom newsstand variant, white pages, graded at a 9.0. And again, it says multiple stress lines along the spine and cover wear. So I looked and I could not see where the color wear is, which to me is always a good sign, because if you can't find it and it has to be pointed out to you, then it's obviously something very minuscule. I'm going to show the back first, because especially with a book with the black in the background, you won't see any spine ticks. So this is starting out at only $895. To me, this is a no-brainer. But I encourage people to look this up. And again, as you'll see in a moment, this is the newsstand variant. So to get newsstand variants in high grade is not that easy, because a newsstand variant is going to be something that's sold at like a 7-Eleven or a bookstore, where they put them on the spinner racks and they bend all over the place. So right here, I think some 9.8 newsstand variant went for about $2,600 last few weeks. Yeah. Newsstand variants are very well sorted out, because they are rarer in higher grade. 9.8s are extremely hard to get in a newsstand variant. But a 9.0 is nothing to sneeze at, especially for the price that I am selling this for. So, again, look it up on eBay and see what these are going for. So this is Amazing Spider-Man number 300, newsstand variant, white pages. And again, it says multiple stress lines along the spine, but it does not say they break color. So could this be improved with a pressing and dry cleaning? I guess you'd have to find that out. Of course, I will not guarantee anything once it's taken out, because, I mean, you could take it out and bend it. It could get lost or damaged in the mail. The person who presses it could ruin it. So I cannot guarantee that a pressing and dry cleaning could improve. So like I said, I've seen videos where people sent a book to the wrong presser and the books went down in grade. So always make sure you send it to a reputable presser. So Amazing Spider-Man number 300, first full appearance of Venom. This is not the first appearance of Venom. First cameo is in 299. First cameo of Eddie Brock is in 298. But this is the go-to book. Make no mistake. 9.0, white pages, newsstand variant. Starting bid is only $895. And again, make sure all payments must be made within 24 hours. So please, if you do bid, please make sure that you make the payment right away. Okay. So we'll give people a minute or two. Video's freezing for a second. To Alaska, it would be $29.99, because it is going to be considered a more international, because it's going outside the continental United States. So anything more than that, I will pay the difference. So it'd be $29.99 to Alaska, which is still not bad for a comic to be sent, especially these days with the gas prices the way they are. Again, I'm not trying to overcharge anybody for shipping. I'll probably end up paying more than what I'm quoting as shipping prices. So, I can do a I could do a 2-payment installation if somebody wants to do it, but the first payment would have to be within 24 hours. Normally I could do longer, but I actually am selling some of these because I need some money to buy a potential collection from a local person. That's why I'm selling these. So if you want to do a partial payment, I can accept 2 payments, but the first half would have to be paid within 24 hours. So we'll give this another minute so you can look it up on eBay. So again, this is graded 9.0, newsstand variant of Amazing Spider-Man 300. Starting bid is only $895. Newsstands are very hot these days. And I'll show the back. Again, especially with the book, mostly is all black. That's why this book, even in the regular version, is so hard to get in high grade. Priority mail to Alaska is the same cost as any other state. I ship there often. All right, with that being said, then we'll still do the $21.99 then. That's fine. If it ends up more, I'll just pay the difference. The starting bid on this book is only $895 plus shipping. Well, that's not good. Emma says, no doubt you're honest, bro. I trust you more than my mom. I hope that's not the case. But I know people with parents that I can kind of understand that situation occurring. I do try my best when it comes to this stuff. Like I said, even with the ungraded books, I try and go as accurately as I can based on my own experience. Like, I'll never say a book is a 7.0 and it comes back a 1.5. So if it's off a little bit, just keep in mind. But that's why with the graded books, you don't have to worry about. Yeah, I think I just got noticed, so thank you for that. So any books that get paid, I will ship them out within 24 to 48 hours, and they will be well protected. All right, so last chance on this book. Again, Amazing Spider-Man number 300, 9.0, with white pages, newsstand variant. Price is $895 plus shipping. Again, if it does not have a bid, somebody can always contact me later, and if I decide to still sell it, we'll go from there. So even if you're not watching this live, there may be books that somebody didn't pay for or somebody didn't bid on, and you can end up contacting me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, and we'll see where we can go from there. All right, last chance on this book. Going once. Going twice. All right, no sale on that book. That's all right. Again, like all of these books, I'll be more than happy to hold on to them. All right, next book. We've already seen this character. We're going to continue to see this character. This is another must-own book if you do not have it. Again, this is a graded book, so you will not have to worry about the guesstimation of the grade. But this, right now, let me just... There we go, so you can see it better. Starting bidding on this is going to be only $695. We have Avengers number 8 at a 3.5 off-white to white pages. This is first appearance of Kang the Conqueror, who is going to be a very key villain in the upcoming movies and this upcoming phase. Now, like in the others, it does have graders notes, so I will read these. So this is Avengers number 8, 3.5, off-white to white pages. The bidding starts at only $695. Again, look this up on eBay for what they're selling for. All right, so it has multiple crease and stress lines along the spine. It does not say they break color, so again, this looks like it could be helped with a press and a dry cleaning. Because there's a little bit of wrinkling. And there's a little bit of some dirt. I don't know how much a dry cleaning can get off there. But it says significant cover, edge, and spine wear, which I just showed you. Weak spine, but the staples are intact. Several edge tears, 1/2 inch corner chip on back cover, and I'll show that. So you can see in the corner there's a little chip missing right there. But again, nothing out of the realm for the grade that this is at. So it's a 3.5 off-white to white pages. Starting bid $695. Again, you'll look this up and you'll see that is cheaper than what the lowest sold eBay for that grade is. So I sell mine very competitively to make sure people can be able to acquire these. Now again, I have a couple of copies of this book. That's why I do not mind selling one. But this is absolutely, looks like it has been restapled. No, sometimes they misstaple. So, no restapling. I've seen that. I have books where the staple on the back. So this has not been restapled. But I can understand because when you see that. But I do have books that have had that where they misplaced the staple. That's just a manufacturing error, which does not affect the grade. Because if it was restapled, you would see the original area where the staples would be. There would be two little holes. So that is not the case. Good statement, though. That is definitely something that would be something to check. But as you can see, there are no rips or holes. It's just that sometimes the machines back then just didn't always staple them in the same place. Many people have books where the staples can be like that. That's just a manufacturing error. But the staples are definitely the original staples. As far as I know, I mean, I wasn't there when they made this book. So can anybody actually confirm it unless you worked for the printing press? So this is definitely a great book to have. I had one of these when I was a kid, but it was unfortunately one of my books that got stolen. But I was able to acquire a couple throughout the years. So again, look this up. 3.5 Avengers number 8. First appearance of Kang, who will be one of the major villains of this phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Starting bid, only $695 plus shipping. And I'll show the back. So again, the only major problem is right there. Little chipping in the corner, but it did mention that in the Graders Notes. It's one of the things I like about these, putting the Graders Notes on the back of the book, is they're right there for you to access. So you don't have to I don't have to take time to go look it up online. So we'll give this a minute or two, because I know there are delays sometimes, and people like to look these up, so they can see that I am definitely selling this for cheaper than what you can currently get it on eBay. And as we get closer to the movies start coming out, these books are only going to get more expensive. Because as you can see, this is not a one-and-done character, because if that was the case, he'd be done already, because he was in the Loki series. But they have a lot of plans for this character, so this book is only going to continue to go up. So I'll be more than happy to keep this if no one places a bid. But we'll give it another 30 seconds, and then we will go to the next book if people have decided this is not a book they can afford to put in their collection or want to add to their collection. So try and do some close-ups. So definitely a must-have book if you do not have it already. All right, so this is your last chance. Going once. Going twice. And no sale for this one, so you can always contact me at a later time, provided the prices are still the same. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more books to go. And thank you to all the people so far that have hit the like button. Hopefully you will share this and let people know that some of the books have not sold. This is another character, has already been confirmed by one of the TV shows. So to me, it's just a matter of time before he ends up in the movies. I have several copies of this book, so I do not mind selling one to some lucky bidder right now. The bidding on this book starts at $950. And this, of course, you probably know it by the cover. Amazing Spider-Man number 50. First appearance of the Kingpin. This is a respectable 4.0. It has off-white to white pages. as you can see at the grade, it does have some kid wrote their name on it. I always say if somebody's going to write their name on it, better on the back than on the front. Because I always hated when somebody, I mean, if somebody autographs it, that's one thing. But if a kid signed the book on the front, and I have books like that, I'm sure many people do, to me it's kind of a turnoff. But a lot of times people hang these against the wall. You're never going to see the back. But it is there. But this bidding on this is starting. And again, I encourage people to look these up. $950. Go on eBay. The lowest bid for this grade is way over $1,000. And Molly, thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate that. And the same as the others, it does have grader's notes, so I will read them. Multiple stress lines along the spine. That is something that tends to be with a lot of these books. But again, it does not say breaks color. Significant color edge and spine wear. Small chip on back cover at spine. I don't even see it. Oh, okay. That's why. It's very small. You probably will not even be able to see it. But there's a little bit right there. It's like this thin little line. And a half-inch split at bottom of spine. So there is a little bit, the half-inch split right at the base of the spine. That all will fit into this particular grade. First appearance of the Kingpin. Also, Origin of Spider-Man Retold. And, of course, they consider this a classic cover. So this came out in 1967, so 4.0 for this book. Definitely a respectable grade. And the price I'm starting it as, $950. Definitely not bad price at all. Go look them up, and you will see a 4.0 is way over $1,000 at the cheapest sold book. And I'm selling it for starting at $950 plus shipping. So Kingpin has already been confirmed to be part of the MCU. I would be shocked if he does not end up in either a Spider-Man or Daredevil movie. But make no mistake, the situation, and I will not spoil it just in case if you haven't seen it, but the situation that supposedly happened at the end of the Hawkeye series, let's just say I highly doubt they would bring somebody back to have that situation off camera, by the way, happen. So I'm not going to spoil it. You may even know what I'm talking about, but don't anybody spoil it. So that character is definitely not one and done. And even if he was, this is still a major character in the Marvel Universe in itself. So this book is never really going to be going down unless, you get those highs and lows. So we'll give it another minute. Let people look this up. 4.0, Amazing Spider-Man number 50. First appearance of the Kingpin. Always loved this cover. Another one of these books got stolen from me when I was a kid. I bought it just because of the cover. Absolutely was beautiful. But for $950 at a 4.0 off-white to white pages, definitely in the realm of affordability and will continue to go up. All right, so we're going to give it a last chance for this book, and then we'll go on to the next one. Going once. Going twice. And no sale for this one. That's okay. Again, these books I will continue to hold on to. All right, so let's get to the next. We got 4. Now, next one is a Grail book. It is a low-grade book, but low grade is better than no grade because when you see higher graded books, it's getting out of the realm of possibility of affordability. And this is going to be at its hottest point at this point because the movie has not come out yet, but will be coming out. And this character is not going to be done with this movie. So this book is going to continue to get more and more expensive. Just to give you an idea, a year and a half ago, I was selling this book at my flea market for $455, and there were no takers. People, I guarantee you, would be kicking themselves now for this book. So it is a 0.5. It is a CGC blue label. It has page 4 and 14 missing, which affects the story, so it is incomplete. But like I said earlier, you can get a blue label, and they will automatically put it a 0.5. So I wanted to make sure, full disclosure, the bidding on this book starts at only $999. we got Strange Tales 110. That is the first appearance of Nightmare, which, by the way, might be one of the villains coming soon. But, of course, the first appearance ever of Doctor Strange. So, it is a low grade, but this book is starting to get out of the realm of possibility, and this is a CGC universal grade. So, as you can see, right there, those 2 pages are missing. It affects the story incomplete, but because whoever got this grade and wanted the blue label, they will automatically give it a 0.5, but give it the blue label. Go look up the price of these books. With the Doctor Strange 2 coming out, and the success that people believe it's going to be, and him not being done, this book is continuing to go up. Right now, $999 plus shipping to own the first appearance of Doctor Strange. Low grade is better than no grade, and this is a CGC label. But it shows how much this has gone up, because go look this up on eBay. And this is a chance to get a Grail book. First appearance ever of Doctor Strange. And like I said, also first appearance of Nightmare, which they're rumoring to be a villain. When? Obviously, we'll not know until the movie comes out, or the next movie comes out. But considering he was one of the number 1 villains of Doctor Strange, it would be strange indeed to not have his number 1 villain be portrayed at some point. So let's see. Molly says, Chris, approximately how low would the grade be on a new book with a little over a 1-inch tear? If there's nothing else wrong with it, with a 1-inch tear, it'd probably be a 9.2, maybe a 9.0. Because they are going to be a little bit more harsher with a newer book as opposed to a book from the 50s or 60s. So I could be mistaken with that, but it definitely is not going to get a 9.6 with that kind of tear. Especially when it comes to a newer book. Alright, so again, this is another book. I have one other copy. I have a 1.8. So I do not mind holding on to this, because like I said, a year and a half ago, I was trying to sell this at my flea market, when I had the flea market, for $455, and there were no takers because they thought it was too expensive. Now it's more than double that price, so this book is only going to continue to keep going up. So if you want a chance to get a lower grade, but be able to say you own the first Doctor Strange, this is your chance. Otherwise, again, I'll just sit on it, and, well, not literally, because then I'd break the case. And I'm not a detective. I shouldn't be breaking any cases. But this is your chance. $999 plus shipping gets you the first appearance of Doctor Strange. Going once. As you can see, I'm in no eager hurry to sell this one. Going twice. Alright, we'll move on to the next one. That one, I'm, in a way, kind of glad did not sell. Alright. What we got? We got 3 more books left. Okay, another key character. There will be another movie. Who is going to portray the character at this point remains to be seen. But this is a mid-grade book. Actually, you know what? This is a book I'm not going to be selling. I'm sorry. I'm changing my mind on that one. I'm waiting on that. Let's get to the next one. So 2 more. I apologize, but I just realized I'm going to hold off on that book. Because that next movie, I only have 1 more copy left. Alright, so this is a modern key. I do not believe this was pressed. Because of the grade I got. I cannot guarantee it. But, when you see this book, this is a modern day no-brainer. Yeah, because even the greatest notes say 1/2-inch corner bend, front to back cover at top right corner. And it does not break color. So it's a pressable defect. Yeah, so this is one that did not get pressed. So it has a pressable defect. So it will not stay a 9.0 in my humble opinion. I'm starting the bidding at $895. starting. Ultimate Fallout 4 first print. It is a 9.0, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There is a color, not a color breaking bend, but there is a bend that goes throughout the book. But it, as you can see, it does not break color. Let me just double check. In the light, it looks like I can't tell. It may break color on the back, but it's hard to see because I don't know if that's a reflection from the light or an actual color break. Now, it does not say it breaks color, so I cannot guarantee you can improve the grade. But the front definitely does not break color. You can see the little bump right there? So this book, depending on the presser, it could go up to just a 9.2, but hey, if it's a higher grade, it's worth more money. I'm not going to guarantee that's not a color break on the back. If anything, it does not go all the way across. But I think it's more the reflection of the light. So, hard to say with this one. But I do know there is no color break for 100% sure on the front. So you could definitely improve this book with a pressing. So this, of course, is the first appearance of Miles Morales. It does have, of course, white pages. So I'm starting the bidding at $895. If you don't know about this book, you haven't been watching my channel. Because I've been telling people for years to get this book. He is going to be getting his own MCU movie eventually. To me, that's without a doubt. I mean, he's about to have his second quote-unquote cartoonish kind of movie, even though it's computer animated. But he's coming live action. These books are going to be unobtainium soon. And the reason I can sell this book is, like I said, I have several copies of this book. So this one can potentially be improved. I'm not going to guarantee it. There is a bend that goes all the way straight through. I could see it. I cannot tell if it breaks color, which to me is a good sign, because every time I show it at an angle, it looks like it's just a reflection of the light. But this could be improved with a pressing. So $895 plus shipping. You can own Ultimate Fallout 4 first print. And again, it'll be a book I'll be happy to resubmit and get pressed myself and find out ultimately. So if you want to look it up on eBay, because even at the price that I'm selling it for, definitely worth it. But again, I'll be more than happy to hold on to this one. All right. $895 Ultimate Fallout 4 first print, first appearance of Miles Morales. Going once, going twice. And as you can see, I'm speeding that one up because I'll just actually resubmit that one, get it pressed, and find out what kind of bump we'll get from it. All right, last book. This is a grail. And I want to thank everybody that hit the like button and came in, whether you bid or not. And congratulations so far to the people that placed the bids. Contact me on any of the books, because if somebody made a bid and they do not pay for it, it would still be available. This is a 2.5 book. Starting price is $1,950. You'll know when you see it. If you don't know this book, you don't collect comics. Amazing Spider-Man number 14. First appearance of the Green Goblin, with his only appearance of the magic vacuum. Because remember, in Amazing Spider-Man 17, which is Green Goblin's second appearance, he has the glider that we all know and love. This is also, I believe, the first meeting of Spider-Man and the Hulk. Yes. So, first meeting of Spider-Man and the Hulk. So, this is 2.5 cream to white pages. First appearance of Green Goblin. does have the grader's notes. So I highly encourage, I'm going to read it right now. I'm just going to put this back on here so I don't lose that. Excuse me a second. So this is the last auction for this video. So go look it up. Oh, I hit the wire. Hold on a second. I think it's... Give me a second. Let me see if it freezes or not. If it does, I'll just... Yeah, okay, hold on a second. I apologize. Let me fix that. And by the way, you could have this information. Okay, it should start up in a second again. So we got 2.5. Let me read, because I know you'll still be able to hear it. The video will start up back up again. It has 1/2 inch spine split and chip out of top of spine. Multiple stress lines along the spine. Significant cover, edge, and spine wear. And 1 inch spine split at bottom of the spine. Multiple spine tears. So absolutely with a lower grade, that is definitely to be expected. Obviously, this is a book that was well loved, but to own this book, even if you never see the Green Goblin again in a movie, this is a kind of book that does not need a movie for it to have value. So this book, again, go look it up. Amazing Spider-Man 14 at a 2.5. You will see that even though $1,950 may sound expensive, the cheapest books on eBay have sold for over $2,000 plus. So this is a chance to own a Grail Spider-Man, arguably one of his best villains, I mean, depending on your taste, out there in the Spider-Man universe. So I'll give this a minute or two, and if not, again, I have at least, I believe, 4 copies of this book, so I do not mind selling one. But this is your chance to own a book, $1,950 plus shipping. 2.5 cream to white pages. Book is complete. No missing pages. Staples are attached. No writing. I'll show you the back. So this is definitely a book to own. It's one of those proud books to add to your collection to display. But last chance for this book, and then we will call this auction a fine farewell. And if anybody that placed the bids, please again make sure you make your payments within 24 hours. And I will ship them out within 48 hours, if not tomorrow, well, depending on when you pay and depending on what time of the day you pay. I can guarantee the maximum will be a 3-day wait. It probably won't be that. All right, so this is the last chance for this book. Amazing Spider-Man number 14. First appearance of the Green Goblin in a 2.5 grade. $1,950 to start to own this book. Going once. Going twice. And we're going to close the bidding. So if anybody wants to contact me with that after, you can. So 3 books sold. So we have one of our bidders won the Fantastic Four number 49, which, by the way, as you can see, I have multiple copies of. Then we had one of the other bidders get the Moon Knight number 1. And then last but not least, a really good deal on Batman Adventures 12. So those are the only 3 that sold. So if you're interested in any of the other books, just contact me, let me know. You can email me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And I want to thank everybody that participated. Thank those that placed their bids. I look forward to seeing if you get them graded, what they'll come out as. And I really hope they end up much higher than what I even predicted they were. And if you do make a video, please send the link to it when you get them back. So thank you very much for participating. I hope you enjoyed this. Please hit the thumbs up button. And we'll do this again sometime. So thank you very much for participating. And don't forget, it is not you. It is not I. It is We Love Comics. And I'm going to place the information on the payments right there once again for you. Have a great day. Leave a comment, and I'll see you next video. Thanks for watching, everybody.